Hi there, Flat Cap Chef here, and today I'm introducing another guest chef slot. Duncan, our lovely Scottish chef, has put together a recipe for chicken and bacon sandwich using ciabatta bread. Now, you don't have to use ciabatta if you don't have it, that's okay, you can use anything. He's also, you will notice, not wearing his flat cap again, but we'll let him off because this is a scrumptious, delicious recipe, so just enjoy.
Hi there, it's Duncan again. Flat Cat Chef asked me to do another quick cooking video for you, so here we go. Today I'm going to be making a chicken and ciabatta sandwich. Now this is enough for a meal for the three of us, but it's very, very tasty. So the ingredients I've got here are chicken, bacon, obviously. I've got some lettuce, I've got a shallot, I've got some mayonnaise, salt and pepper, and of course I've got a ciabatta. So we're going to start now. Flat Cat Chef has already done a couple of videos on how to prepare chicken, so you can watch those. All I'm going to do is take the breasts off of that one and then show you what to do after that. Okay, so I've taken the breasts off the chicken, and obviously the rest of the chicken I'll keep for another time. There's plenty of stuff, good stuff on there, so that's good. Here's the breasts off the chicken and without any skin on. I've taken the skin off as well. And all I've done is I've taken a big piece of cling film and put the chicken breasts in between the two layers. Now what I'm going to do is bat out the chicken, so I'm going to hit it with a rolling pin. And what I'm trying to do is to get it probably about 1.5 centimeters or so thick, but more importantly, to get it all quite one even layer, because as you can see, the chicken kind of tapers off to one end. This end's thinner than this end, so I'm trying to get it all the same thickness so that it cooks at the same time. Now this is going to be quite noisy, don't be afraid of it, you've got to give it quite a reasonable whack. So here we go. You can see it just spreading out quite nicely. Just take your time, and you can see it moving out, getting thinner. You do need to give it quite a thump. You can use a rolling pin like I'm doing, or you can use the back of a frying pan or such like. Okie doke, so we've battered out the chicken, and you can see it's nice and flat and it's nice and uneven thickness. So now all we're going to do is give it a quick season, so we'll put some salt on this. Salt's fine. Don't put pepper on it before you cook, because if your pan's hot, then the pepper can burn quite easily, and we don't want that. So I always put pepper on after I've cooked something, and salt on before I've cooked it. So the salt just puts in a lot of flavour. Now, what I'm going to do then is just put the bacon onto the tray for cooking. Now, Flat Cat Chef has already done a bit on cooking bacon. I'm going to grill mine, because I like that. You can obviously fry it or bake it, as he described in his previous videos. And I'm using unsmoked back bacon, which I quite like. Again, whatever bacon you fancy, smoked, back, streaky, it's really up to you. And then finally, what we're going to do is, most ciabattas come with quite a layer of flour on them. I'm going to scrape most of that flour off. They have to put a lot of flour on it because ciabatta is a very wet dough. So what I'll do is I'll scrape all of that off. We're going to use the whole piece of ciabatta for our supper tonight. So I'll scrape it off, and then I'm just going to cut it in half. Okay, so what we've done is we've got the bacon under the grill. That's just cooking away off. I've got some very finely sliced shallots. I've got some lettuce ready to go for when we're ready for that. The ciabatta's been scraped, and that's all ready. Over here, I've got some butter, a little bit of butter and some oil in the frying pan and on a reasonably high heat. All I'm going to do is get that butter melted, and then we will put the chicken breasts into the pan when it's nice and hot, and let them cook for about 5 minutes per side, until they're a nice golden brown colour and the chicken's cooked through but not overcooked. The chicken's now been on for 2 or 3 minutes on one side, and you can see it's got a really nice colour on there, so I'm going to leave it cooking like that for another 2 or 3 minutes. I've turned the bacon over. Once everything's done, we'll take it out and we'll chop it and make up the sandwich. Okay, so that's the chicken and bacon cooked off. You can see I've got great colour here on the chicken. Bacon's nicely cooked. I'm just going to slice up the chicken now. What I've also done is I put some mayonnaise onto the ciabatta. That's just another bit of flavour. So what we'll do is we'll just cut into the chicken. Now it's on a clean chopping board, and that's quite important because you don't want raw meat and cooked meat sharing a chopping board. This is lovely and moist, just perfectly cooked. And all that crust is just going to be delicious. So all I'm doing is just cutting this up into nice little slices, just so that it makes a nice sandwich size. Okay, so let's make the sandwich. So we'll start with some lettuce, just laying that on. That just gives it a nice bed, makes it a bit of freshness, and very tasty. There we go, that'll do us. Next then comes the chicken. So again, just sort of spread the chicken out, make a nice sandwich. Like I said, this is going to feed 3 people, so it's quite generous, but very, very nice. Some of the chicken might want to escape, that's absolutely fine. Just put it back where you want it. And what we'll have is a very beautifully filled piece of ciabatta. Now, almost there with the chicken, very nearly done. Goes on there. Whoop. Just try and fill in the gaps where you can, really. Okay, that's that good. Now on the bacon goes. Again, you know, this is for 3 people, so I am being quite liberal with putting the bacon on. If it gets a little bit hot, just move your hands. There we go. Okay. And then finally, I'm just going to scatter over a little bit of very, very finely sliced shallot. That just gives it another tiny bit of flavour, which is always very nice. And the heat from the chicken and the bacon kind of just cooks it ever so slightly. Right, final thing is a grind of pepper. Now, put the lid on. Ah, there we go. Now that is one chicken and bacon ciabatta sandwich.